Coming up on the Sports Desk, a look back at two of Torrance's strongest programs in 2012 and 2013 as we wrap up the Sports Desk Prep Yearbook. And keeping all these championship caliber teams in town doesn't just happen on game day. Nope, the Sports Desk gets an in-depth look at the Torrance Tartars Golf Tournament and how fundraising creates an opportunity some students wouldn't have without it. Plus, one of these athletes made the best use of Torrance's support possible by turning Ocean League championships and straight A's into a spot onto a Crimson Ivy League roster. All that's coming up right here on the Sports Desk. Hey there, Torrance. Welcome back to another week right here on the Sports Desk with me, your host, Wan Hernandez. Now, as promised, we're bringing the 2013 Prep Yearbook back to celebrate two of Torrance's strongest programs. We've scaled the city and examined how an improbable Pioneer League champion used one loss to turn their entire season around. We even got to show you that even though the El Camino Warriors football program fell short of their winning ways in the SCC standings in 2012, Coach Featherstone and his crew accomplished a whole lot by coaching several athletes to spots at Division I programs across the country. This week, our first dip back into the Prep Yearbook looks at another football program we're used to seeing win. Now, West High has long been proud and powerful, and battling through the brutal Ocean League, the challenge of taking on schools significantly larger than their own has made Coach Holt's success even more impressive. So, Karen Bright gives us a quick look at the Warriors' 2012 season that started and ended with their battle against the Ocean League.
Greatness was expected of the West Warriors this year. With a roster packed full of seniors and quarterback Joey Notch leading the way, West jump-started their season with a 5-game win streak, defeating the competition by an average of 22 points a game. In their narrowest victory, West faced future CIF finalists in the last game before league play. West's winning ways were halted mid-season as they dropped 3 straight league matchups. That losing streak and a 4th-place Bay League standing left the Warriors unsure of their postseason participation, now just hoping to get a CIF title shot that seemed so certain just 3 weeks ago. They got that shot, and that's all West needed as they cruised over the competition all the way into the CIF Finals. The Finals was a rematch against league rivals and champions Palos Verdes, who defeated them 47-14 in the regular season. The rematch was competitive, but fared much the same as Palos Verdes put an end to the Warriors' CIF run. Reporting for the Sports Desk, I'm Karen Bright.
Thanks for that, Karen. For everybody who remembers that exciting run through the Division III playoff bracket, the highlight of the tournament coming in a second-round home game against Mira Costa. Costa, the first team to hand West a loss all season when the Warriors opened up Ocean League play with a 62-42 thrashing on the Warriors' home field, only fueled the fire when Coach Greg Holt had his team practice all week leading up to that playoff rematch with a 62-42 score lit on the Warriors scoreboard. The one that counted, the Warriors topped the Mustangs in that 49-42 shootout, their first victory over Mira Costa in 6 seasons. And that Ocean League opponent that topped West in the playoffs on the football field, Palos Verdes, doing a little damage to the city of Torrance on the baseball field now. This time it's a matchup between the Sea Kings and the Spartans in the South Bay Baseball League. The Summer League devoted to keeping South Bay ball clubs fresh during these months. South that worked to defend that Pioneer League championship with Nick Beardsley on the mound, fighting for next spring's number 2 spot in the rotation behind Matt McGolan. PV posts 9 runs against the Spartan Arms, handing them their first Summer League loss. Also in the South Bay Summer League, Torrance's other Pioneer League champs, the Tartars, a part of that exciting tri-championship, up against Banning in a much lower scoring affair. The outcome the same for Torrance though, with a 3-1 loss. Kyle Smith couldn't do it all himself, but he sure did try. 2 scoreless innings on the bump and 3 for 4 at the plate. 2 of those hits, bunt singles. Okay everybody, time for a quick break, but when we come back, we get to see just one of the many ways students, coaches, city officials, and school administrators are coming together to give all athletes a chance to compete.
Where do you think you're going?
Is your body holding you back?
I want to go running. Not with that knee, you're not. I'm fine. Negative.
Your bones and joints can say no at any age.
With that shoulder, you're gonna pick up that track. Really?
Keeping you from working, playing, or just plain moving.
Let's not, pick her up. What do you say?
Yet a lot of people who live with pain fight back.
Use your head. Save your back. My bride, my rules.
And regain their lives.
You gotta be kidding me.
Whoa. I'm going running. I'm going running.
I got to see this. Come on, pick it up.
Fight for your mobility. Find your own inspiration at anationinmotion.org. A message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Come on. I'll take it from here.
Hey, where'd I help this guy?
Help Ricky Rubio save a life at heartrescuenow.com.
Hey there, Torrance. Welcome back to the Sports Desk. Now, we examine what it takes to put a team out on the field, the court, or in this case, the course. We know athletes spend hours practicing in the summer months and during the school year. Parents volunteer and work together to make game day a reality, but where does the equipment come from? Who pays for the uniforms? In golf, the greens fees. It's not a cheap sport, so imagine fielding a squad of 16 teenagers eager to tee it up. At Torrance High, at least part of that responsibility is something the entire community has taken on, with everybody from school administrators to city officials and Tartar alum coming together to keep Tartar golf running strong. Eric Geller has that story.
It's been a hit for 14 years now. It being the Torrance High School golf team's annual fundraiser.
For us, naturally, we're a golf program. And so a lot of our understanding of how to raise money and things that people enjoy is related to golf.
Playing on the team costs more than just a drop in the cup.
As I've coached since 2000, the cost that the team members have to carry keeps increasing year after year.
School board budget cuts make it imperative that fundraising involving the entire community is part of the golf team's schedule.
It's really important because we use the support of the alumni or friends or family to fund our golf program, pay for our tournaments, and subsidize our costs.
It's more and more the community has to give into the school system to fund the what are thought of extracurricular activities, but in fact they're an important part of a child's education.
The community's done a pretty good job supporting education. They passed a school bond with over 70%. The community's pretty much behind what the schools do, and considering we've cut budgets 25% over the last 5 years.
That's a source of pride for the school board member and Torrance High School alum.
The products remain the same, really, because of the people in the community, the parents working harder, the teachers working harder, and we get it done. And that's kind of the community of Torrance.
Outgoing senior Ann Chang is a great example of how this event benefits the Torrance High School golf team. The three-time individual Ocean League champion who's headed to Harvard in the fall told me that without this event, she wouldn't be able to be on the golf team.
It would be really hard because I know some schools who don't do this. They charge up to $500 just to participate in the golf team. And Torrance High doesn't require $500 from the team members because of the help.
Although Ann would probably be on the team, fundraiser or not, Coach Kushi did tell me some of the 16 members on his team might not.
Yeah, I would think for about 2 or 3 kids it would be really hard to be on the team. Yeah, for some families it's a lot. I know sometimes there are some kids that even having the $5 for range balls on a given day might be difficult. Events like this are important to make sure that our golf is still accessible and affordable to the kids.
Accessibility would also include golf bags and team uniforms. A goal of $10,000 makes all this affordable. Reporting for Sports Desk, I'm Eric Geller.
Thanks for that, Eric. Now, last show we got to see surfers coming together to raise money in the fight against cancer. This week it's golfers keeping the Tartar program up and running smoothly. When it comes to sports, there's countless ways to raise funds for just about anything. And as a recent Tartar grad, Ann Chang showed everybody that came out to Los Verdes golf course, the game's usually pretty fun, but some people just make it look too darn easy. In 1 month, Ann Chang will embark on an Ivy League golf career. But for those eager to see how they fare from a tee box against a Harvard-bound, reigning Ocean League champ, the challenge was simple.
So this is the first par 3 challenge. And there's a circle on the green, but you can't see it from here. If you get inside, you'll get entered for a raffle for a foursome to Brookside. And then if you get closer than me, you get a sleeve of Pro Vs.
Having graduated in June, Chang's Tartar roots are clearly still in place. Supporting the teammates and the program she'll soon leave behind at this year's Torrance High Golf Tournament, drop one closer to the pin in the 2011 Daily Breeze Golfer of the Year, and you win a prize.
Woo! Very good.
Heads up! There it is! There it is!
Get there!
Clearly a lot easier said than done. Chang posted a 34.4 league scoring average in her senior season, so golfers at this year's tournament employed every technique imaginable. From bribes.
Can you shank one off for this? Can you hit one for me?
To changing the game altogether. If we're not going to beat Ann, might as well at least try to beat my partner.
Well, I've been riding with Julie Armstrong, so that's probably what's done it for me.
Yeah, but she still hit a better shot than you did.
A day designed to celebrate a successful golf program. One of its newest alum celebrating her time as a Tartar, with fans eager to celebrate her future, which promises to be bright.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to meeting the new people in college, the golf team. It'll be something really new and I'm not used to it. I'm considering concentrating in economics or computer science, but for now it's still undecided.
One entry in the 2013 Tartar Par 3 Challenge, $5. A sleeve of Pro Vs for beating Ann Chang, $12. Entertaining the rest of your foursome as an 18-year-old brings your golf ego back down to earth, priceless.
Boy, Ann, I think you got me there.
Huge thanks to Ann Chang for entertaining us all so well in the Par 3 Challenge. She made it look easy or difficult depending on who you were rooting for, but we did get to see one golfer beat her in the challenge, although Ann was pretty much nails the entire time we spent with her in the tee box. Okay, everybody, time for one more break, and in our last segment of the day, we're going to wrap up the 2012-2013 SportsDesk Prep Yearbook. They gave us all the thrills we could handle in a single basketball season. One of the strongest basketball teams in the country this year, Bishop Montgomery, when we come back.
You show your smile to the world every day, but nearly 4 out of 5 Americans say they would smile a lot more if their teeth looked better. The good news is, healthy teeth can be safely and affordably corrected at any age. Advances in orthodontics have made the treatment more successful and comfortable than ever.
Only orthodontists receive 2 to 3 years of education beyond dental school to learn the proper way to align and straighten teeth. To learn more, visit mylifemysmile.org.
This is the ocean. And this is Kipper. Kipper doesn't live in the ocean. But if she did, this is likely what would happen. And this is Sparky. Sit, Sparky, sit. Sparky, like many other fish in the ocean, is homeless now. Boozer the bird. Ouch! Boozer doesn't like that. And Fluffy. While Fluffy doesn't seem to care about much, this makes him seethe inside. We wouldn't let this happen to Kipper, Sparky, Boozer, or Fluffy. In the oceans, it's worse. Lacking opposable thumbs, Kipper can't take action. But you can. To find out how, visit BeringSeaCanyons.org.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sports Desk. We've been having a little bit of fun today on the Lynx with a 3-time Ocean League champion, a football squad that turned around from a tough losing streak to make a deep playoff run in the CIF championship game. The point I'm trying to make here is Torrance sees its fair shares of winners. In fact, our prep yearbook has been all about squads that excelled beyond expectations, and no other team in town carried bigger expectations into this past year than the boys in the Bishop Montgomery Gymnasium. So, To wrap up the Sports Desk Prep Yearbook, our Jenny Phillips digs around to remind us how the Knights handled those high rankings and one massive winning streak that had the whole state watching.
From the get-go, the Knights' veteran presence was evident. Bishop cruised through tournaments and league play with ease, and with their deep rotation, no opponent posed too much of a challenge.
A lot of our players are seniors, so staying hungry is really important.
The Knights were flying high as they headed into the CIF Southern Section playoffs undefeated.
We know we have a big bullseye on our chest, but we know we got to take it one game at a time, but I think we're ready. We're ready.
Though experienced and deep, the Knights weren't perfect. After 29 consecutive wins, they saw their first loss as they fell to Laverne Lutheran in the CIF semifinals.
It's hard, I grew up with these guys, played with them since freshman year. I know them, they're like my brothers. And it's hard to see them hurt like this because they wanted so bad for the senior year and we came so close, winning so many games. And it just hurts. It hurts for me that I can't do it for them.
Like any mature team, though, Bishop put the loss behind them and concentrated on the bigger task at hand, the state tournament. With the seniors leading the team, it looked like the Knights would blow through state like they did the regular season. But in the second round, they hit a little bump. A fight broke out mid-game between the Knights and St. Joseph's. Though Bishop walked away with the win, it resulted in a one-game suspension of 2 key seniors. But with so many seniors on the squad and underclassmen contributing, the whole team stepped up and the Knights moved on to the semifinals, despite the suspension. The semis is where their run ended, though. In a hard-fought battle, the Knights fell to the eventual state champs, Pacific Hills. Now, the Knights may not have gone home with any rings or trophies, but the season was still one to be proud of. And as the seniors move on to their next endeavors, which for many includes Division I basketball scholarships, they'll always remember everything they accomplished this year. From Bishop Montgomery, I'm Jenny Phillips for the Sports Desk.
Thanks for that, Jenny. The Knights going to return to action next winter with a very different roster. We got used to seeing some serious big men last year between Lamont Murray Jr., OG Milkovich, and Stefan Jovanovic. They're all headed off with scholarships. Murray Jr. the only one keeping things local, while 2 of the graduating Knights, Jovanovic and Filipovic, are going to stay teammates at the University of Hawaii. College life on the island. Sounds rough, guys. Those 2 returning starters, both key players in last year's squad. Justin Bibbins will be the team's front man, followed by Stephen Thompson, another guard who was an underclassman on that Knights team that made the deep run in the SoCal Regional Playoffs. Okay, so that wraps up our look at all of Torrance's schools in 2012 and 2013. Pretty soon we get to look ahead at 2013 and 2014. But before we do, give us some suggestions on what you'd like to see on the Sports Desk this summer. So easy to reach us all the time, the Sports Desk at torranceca.gov, or give us a call anytime at 310-618-5762. All right, like I said, that wraps it up for us. We will see you guys in 2 more weeks. See you next time.